The president held a roundtable today with Minnesota law enforcement officials. Channel 4's Vic Micolucci spoke with some of our local law enforcement officials about their position on guns. Vic, did the sheriff say why they felt they needed to do this?
Well, Tom, the sheriffs that I spoke to today say they don't know what's going to happen. They can't predict the future, obviously, but they want to make it clear that whatever happens, they are going to abide by the law above all laws, and that's the U.S. Constitution.
No, we're not coming to get your guns. I'm not coming in your house. That's not regulated by our state.
Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith doesn't mince words when people ask him about their right to bear arms.
It's my citizenry. Every day I bump into them going to the restaurant, going to breakfast, is that, Sheriff, what are you going to do? What do you mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to uphold the Constitution, our Second Amendment rights.
He's one of all 67 sheriffs in Florida to sign off on a proclamation showing support of the Second Amendment to the Constitution, which says people are guaranteed their right to own guns and use them if needed.
It will be hard, but the time is now. You must act.
This comes as some lawmakers are pushing for stricter gun laws in light of several recent mass shootings, including the Newtown tragedy. Today, President Obama started his tour to rally support for his new bill, which calls for better background checks and a ban on high-powered, high-capacity rifles.
In the coming weeks, I'll use whatever power this office holds to engage my fellow citizens.
We checked with our other local sheriffs and heard back from the top cops in St. Johns, Clay, Nassau, and Baker counties, who say they will enforce the Second Amendment and will not be taking guns away from people who have them legally. In an emailed statement, Clay County Sheriff Rick Beasler told us we should focus on restricting gun use by criminals and by the mentally ill through proper enforcement of these existing laws. Government should not infringe on the rights of honest citizens to own and possess firearms of their choice. And a few weeks ago, we caught up with Jacksonville's sheriff, who assured us this.
I can promise people this, though. I am not going to do anything unconstitutional, like take people's guns away from them or anything like that. That's never going to happen.
Now, besides the proclamation from the Florida Sheriff's Association, there's also one from the National Sheriff's Association, very similar. That one signed by more than 3,000 sheriffs across the United States, saying that no matter what happens, they're going to abide by the Second Amendment rights given to us in the U.S. Constitution. We're live tonight on the South Side. Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.
Vic, North Florida is a long way from Washington, D.C., but did any of the sheriffs that you talked to make any predictions about whether or not Congress will pass gun laws?
You know, they say that it's very hard to predict, but they want to remind everyone that we also have the state of Florida Constitution that they have to abide by. And they say unless the federal law overpowers the state one, they're going to go by the state of Florida's. And right now, they don't see any major changes coming here in our state.
Vic Micolucci reporting to us live. Thank you very much, Vic.